Hi everyone, it's Diane. Welcome back. I hope you're all well. And the chainsaws are starting again. I thought they were done for a little while. If it gets too noisy, I'll just jump up and close the window. But Miss Eller's in here, and if I close the window, she's going to want to be in the limelight. And then I may have to put her outside. So I hope you're all doing well. I apologize for being a little later with my video. If you've been with me for a while, you know that we have an older dog, Cammy, who had to have some surgery again last week. Cam's got some cancer, and she's had several tumors removed, and she did well through her surgery. She's okay, but she's being a little needy right now. And if you're a pet lover, an animal lover, you know that sometimes after they have surgery, you have to keep their little nose away from their boo-boo. And so yesterday she just was determined. Oh, and there comes Ella Bella. She was determined to take care of her own boo-boo. So there was really no alternative for me other than to sit and watch her all day. We do have her boo-boo covered up. But, hey, what are you doing out here? You're not supposed to be in the way of the computer, remember? Oh, come here. Ella's getting a little heavier here for the winter. Say hello, goodbye. Time for you to go in the hallway, or are you going to go in your window? One or the other. Go watch your birdies. Go watch your birdies. Yeah, so as a matter of fact, I was up here once and I heard Cam trotting downstairs and had to go running back down to see what she was up to. And she's laying down right now. So let's get on with this. This week in Stamping A to Z, we're in the T's, moving from the end of the alphabet inward, and we're up to Tuscan Vineyard. This is a really cool stamp set. I know I've used this a couple times. I've made tags to use as wine toppers for gifts. And I do have the grapes, like I've used them. I must have used them at some point or other. But that's what I wanted to use today, because first of all, I think I can get through that a little bit quickly, not be gone too long. I know I've used the wicker wrapped bottles. I like that. Actually, I should have pulled that out. I have a green bottle shaped just like that, and I put some autumn stems in it every year. And it has this really pretty little background scroll, which is kind of weird because while I was setting stuff up and I looked down, I happen to have that paper out from last week. Was it last week we used this maybe? It was Rustic Harvest, and I don't remember what I might have used out of here. But anyways, right on top, there's this green paper sticking out at me, and it almost has that same scrolly look to it. And I was thinking, oh, I should just use that as one of my layers, right? Let that paper help me out. So I cut a piece of Pear Pizzazz. This was an 8.5 by 11 that I've cut in half and scored down the center to make a 4 1/4 by a 5.5 inch card base. And then this is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, leaving me just a little teeny tiny 1/8 of an inch border around the outside. I thought we could stamp our grapes, our little grape bunch, onto a piece of Very Vanilla. I'm going to use my aqua brush, my water brush here, and fill in those grapes a little bit. I'm not sure what we're going to do about the leaves yet because actually I thought this is a cool time of the year to be doing the vineyard card because I don't know if we had frost the other night yet or not, but if I'm not mistaken, it's after the first frost that particular grapes are picked to make ice wine. So, and let's face it, a vineyard card would be nice for just about any occasion. So, boy, did I just get off track there. Anywho, I'm going to use my Pear Pizzazz and hopefully watercolor this in a little bit, but I'm thinking, oh, that's why. This time of the year, The leaves would be a little bit browner, so I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. I should probably, oh, I have crumb cake. Maybe we can mix that in if it's dark enough. We'll see. Anyway, so after we get our grapes, then I had started out with circles, my layering circle dies, and I was going to die cut a circle. I have to slow down a little. But the shape of the bunch of grapes, I think, lends itself to more of an oval. So put the circles away, put out the ovals. I cut out a scallop of the Pear Pizzazz, and then we'll put our grape bunch on top of that when we get it done. And then I did think I wanted to make a congratulations card and let the relaxation begin, happy retirement. This, and when I turned around on my shelf, this was staring at me. Congrats. This is from, oh, it doesn't have a year. Sometimes these have years on them. I like it when they do. I love to see how old some of these sets are that I have up here. I love my old wooden stamp sets. No year. Darn it. Sometimes on the label, no, it doesn't. Aw. I was just going to tell you how old this set is, but I guess I'm not. Well, anyways, it's an old wooden set, and it still has the purple rubber on it, so you know it's not a newer set. When I was digging out the oval, the layering ovals, this sort of just stuck out at me. This is foliage frame framelets. And so I took these little leaves and I did cut a couple of sprigs of those leaves out of crumb cake because there was a crumb cake piece of paper here from last week. And I thought that if we need to add a little something beside our oval, this might work out well. You know, sometimes it's not rhinestones and bling and stuff that you need. So we're going to get started first. What did I say I had to grab out? A darker brown. I guess I will while I'm getting my stamp mat here. I do have my paper towel here all ready to go. I have, I did pull out Old Olive alcohol markers just in case our water brush doesn't work, but it should be fine. But just in case, you know, you never know. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I've also been trying to, I haven't even used some of these new colors yet from this year. Remember I tried to use wild wheat and I thought it was too yellowy green at one point. This might be, this is copper clay. This might be pretty for the leaves. So we'll see how that goes. Oh, that kind of looks pretty with the Pear Pizzazz. Oh, so what's everybody working on? Get ready for those trick-or-treaters next week. Watch me lose these old stamps. I've had them for 100 years, and today I'll lose them because I need them. All right. We need to stamp our grapes. Have you ever watercolored with your ink before? We've done that a few times. I do have a couple extra pieces of Very Vanilla here in case it doesn't work the way I think it should. These were just pieces, offcuts from other cards. Ooh, there goes another tree. I don't even know where they're cutting. My husband came home yesterday and he said, oh, are they cutting down trees up in the dead end again? I said, no, I don't think so. It sounds actually like it's out back, but I had the windows closed and just the back patio door open, so of course that's where it sounded like it was coming from. And it doesn't look very dark. Let's see what we got. But then I did see some movement up at the end of the road, and I was thinking, oh, maybe they are cutting up at the end again. I thought they were done. Pretty stamp. I like that. They still have a lot of big logs and stuff up at the end of the road. Oh, we still have some green in there. So if you're gonna use your ink pad and watercolor with it, because this is just like using watercolor paint, you can just squeeze your ink pad and get some of that ink to go into the lid. And a lot of you already know this, and I didn't get very much in there. I'm thinking I need my re-inker, that's what I think. Old Olive, Granny Apple. Well, I'm not gonna leave to go find my Pear Pizzazz. I know I have a re-inker, but oh, there we go. I just had to squeeze a little harder. Use them muscles. Muscles, as the kids used to say. Use those muscles. And then, instead of putting our water brush directly onto the ink pad, which could ruin it, we can take some of the ink from the lid. I just filled this and I just splashed water all over everything. So, oh, and I don't think I cleaned that brush very good last time. Shame on me. I should know better. Then we can drop some of the water into the lid, and we're not going to damage our ink pad. I have my white Jelly Roll pen here. I thought we could add a little bit of white highlights maybe. And then we're just going to use this like paint. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be detailed. We're just getting some ink into those grapes. Hopefully I'm on camera enough that you can see. And we don't really want to get a whole lot of water on this anyways. This is just cardstock. It's not watercolor paper. And it's okay to have some lights and darks in your grapes because they are overlapping each other. You know, they're not all going to be a pale color of green or purple if you've decided to go with a purple grape. Sorry, I do tend to be a little quieter when I'm doing stuff like this. You know, it's that whole talking and chewing gum thing. Pretty day here today. We have lots of birdie action going on out there. There we go. And you can see it's not filled in all the way everywhere, and that's okay. You can either set this aside to dry and just keep it in there. I don't want to leave it too wet, and I don't want to leave my ink pad open because I think I need to re-ink this one anyway. So I just blot the excess out with a paper towel. Close her up. Okay. Let's see. Let's try this copper. It's a pretty color. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to squeeze a little bit of ink into the lid. Ooh. Hey, come back here. That is pretty. Clean my brush off. I just have to squeeze this and get the green out of the brush. Add a little bit of water here. And let's just, and it's okay if there's some green on the leaves because, you know, there would be still green, right? I must be in the mood to paint because I took my, I did take my watercolor paints downstairs yesterday. I thought since I was going to be sitting with Cam for a while, maybe I would try to do a little bit of painting, but that didn't even happen. She just was a handful yesterday. Poor baby. And then my son's one dog, he started limping. I'm like, oh, now what? So I think he had a toenail splinter or something. So I told my son yesterday, it's your turn. Your pet needs some medical attention. So he has to go Friday and get his little Tootsie fixed. I think he's pretty sensitive. This dog is deaf and very needy at times also. Aren't they all, though? They all need us. But, a little bit more unsure of things because he can't hear. So, I like that color on there. I hope I wasn't too far off and you could see. I know I'm a little far away from the camera. Painting anyway. Come on, light. Where you at? Oh, light. Are you not on? Yeah. Doesn't seem very bright. So, all right. Clean my brush. Lid. Oh, there it is. Flew clear across the table. And this one's not too wet, so I'm just going to dab some of that water off and close it up and keep that ink for next time. Or maybe even when we go to stamp our greeting. Add a little bit of white on the grapes. Let's see if this is gonna write. I know I have a couple of these pens that, yep, that's good. Decide they don't want to work half the time. And just, we'll put a couple little white spots on some of these grapes. Just for some dimension. Use your fingertip and get the ink while it's wet. You can smear it a little bit and make it look a little more soft. Not quite like it's drawn on there with a pen. How's that? Oh, that's cute. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. Nice. That is a pretty color. I think that could become a favorite. I need to use that a little bit more. Alrighty. And the little vine on the bunch of grapes is small enough that it's filled in with my I thought we were going to hear a big boom there. That one sounded like it was going to be huge. Anyway, that's filled in enough with my stamped image that we don't have to even add any more to it. Great. So let's cut that out with an oval. Some of those bigger trees, boy, when they have fallen, it feels like an earthquake. Hey, don't you get into anything. All right. I think she wants to sew. Just trying to get my grapes centered in the oval die. Run it through my Big Shot. And don't get in my plants, little woman. That's the bad thing, because I had to bring all my house plants inside once it started getting cold. Hey, no, no. Ella, no. Ella, no. And she loves my house plants. And I think we'll keep that handy because we'll probably have to cut out our greeting. Yeah, so if you didn't have this paper, it would be so easy to use that stamp that had the little squiggles on there and just stamp your own. This little filigree one. Hey, get out of there. She's, oh my goodness, this one's almost as big as a tree. I know. Hey, it grew good this year. And do I have water in my bottle to squirt her? I don't. No, you are not getting the plants. If you go up there, I'm going to put you out in the hall. Oh, while I'm up, let me just grab. Let's see. This. And this. Oh, that's gray twine. But it was green. There's green, I think. Yep. The green and the gray twine look pretty similar over there. So we have some sort of, it's mossy meadow, but it's the same color as our background panel. And it's sort of a braided linen trim. Might use a little bit of that, I don't know. But I also have my green just twine. Oh, try not to disconnect my computer while I'm getting back over here. Okay, so we'll add that to that, and this on here. The twine is a little bit now I'm wondering if I should have cut some more of these leaves out of that copper clay. Huh? That would have been pretty, maybe. We might not even need them. It might be too much. Let's just say this. They don't really do anything for the card. They don't stand out very well. So we're not going to put those on there. Add, and this is just I think this is the thick very vanilla cardstock. Try to get that centered on my oval. I'm still watching you, little one. And even though it's nice to use the Tombow liquid glue, I wouldn't really advise using it on the back of the lighter weight paper because it does leave like little ridges behind the paper. Being on the thicker cardstock, you can't see that. This paper, I think it would probably show through. So we're just going to use some tape runner on the back of this. Oh yeah, and now you can probably hear the trash pickup too, because it's Tuesday. We could get every annoying sound out there. That's a bad thing about recording on a Tuesday. Yeah. Tuesdays have garbage day, huh? Yeah. Let's see. piece of this twine off. Huh? I don't know if we're gonna use this or not. And will you please just not get into things? Oh, we might. It's kind of cute back there. A little bit viney, like a grapevine. Oh, there goes some of my, like that. Yeah. And then we'll just use a piece of the vanilla and maybe I should use the Mossy Meadow to stamp in so that it kind of all goes together. I don't know, we'll do it in both. We'll do it in that copper clay. And we'll do it in Mossy Meadow. Hey, now she's in my wool. And just see which one we like. Ella Bella, what are you doing to Mommy's yarns? Huh? What are you doing? I know. You're not supposed to. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Oh, well, that's not very inky. Inky? Huh? Let's see how the copper clay would look. Ella? That will probably be all right. Yeah, I think the copper clay will look pretty on the green. Well, let's just hope I don't need brown wool for a while, huh? Yeah, I think your birdies are calling you. You should probably see what they want. And then while I'm at it, oh, excuse me, let's get our insert and do, is that your birdie? Get your birdie. We'll trim that one out, but let's get an inside panel and do that in the copper clay while it's out. And look, I'm even using my, how'd I get ink on my paper, my vanilla. Oh, it's on my thumb. I'm even using my old trimming and scoring board here. And I'm just going to do 4 by 5 1/4. I don't even know why I have that one laying out, but this trimmer, but that's okay. I like it. I liked that one probably better than the newer design anyway. I'm weird. And then I'm going to stamp, it says, "Let the relaxation begin. Happy retirement." Or are you retired out there? Because there ain't a whole lot of relaxing. Well, that's pretty off center. Thank goodness there's two sides. Were you all looking at that and saying, what is she doing? It's because I was watching the cat. And that one's a little crooked. But we could fix that. Hey, hey, hey! That's enough. She's, no, I need brown to go, tan to go with the brown. Ella. Ella, don't take everything out. I gotta fix it all back up. All right, let me straighten this up. If you're new and you don't really know how to do this, you don't have to waste your whole paper, because I do have my print going uphill there. I want it to go downhill a little bit. Straighten it up. And I'm going to trim my edge off to make my font straight. Now, the only thing is, when you do this, you need to do it on all four sides. But now you have a straight edge. Oh, that didn't really cut. So we'll line that up. Make sure that the cardstock is in our cutting valley there. And just go the whole way around the card. And it's going to make it a little bit smaller for your inside, but there isn't a rule that says it has to be a particular size. You're allowed to make it whatever you want. You just need to stay out of the fabrics and stuff over there, little woman. Oh, I hear her moving around down there. We're going to have to get this together. Why don't you go downstairs and see what Cammie's doing? Go check on Cam. All right. So we have that one down. Let's get this one on. And put the front on our card. And I had some dimensionals out here somewhere. Was I a good girl and I put them away? Because I don't have anything else put away, so I find that a little hard to believe. Oh, that turned out pretty, just laying like it did. Oh, I gotta cut out my congratulations. And I want that die that I showed you last week, the many messages that we can use for all different shapes. Where to go? Because I only want this to be a very small panel, label, whatever. Come on, I don't have time to play around. I hear her moving about. Really? Come on. Every label said, but the one I want. Where did that go? Oh. Oh, and I still have to get this uploaded. Darn it. Where are you, my many messages? I might have to. I'm sure I put it back in the box here. Well, that has a nice one. If all else fails, I could probably use that. Oh, my Cammie, she just wants to make me a nervous wreck, you know? Let me see if that one will fit. Oh, it's not going to fit, is it? Don't think so. No, not quite. All right, then it has to be in this one. I only have 2 here. Oh my gosh. Just turned around backwards. Silly girl. Oh, watch it not have one that fits anyway. Yeah, that one does. All right. Good. Yummy, just lay down. Mommy will be there in a few minutes. Okay? Get this lined up on here. Oh, it's a little bit off center. I'm going to lose the dot off my eye if I'm not careful. Because this one's going to just fit. Just make it. I'm not going to bring my big shot back over. You all saw how that works. Besides that, you probably each have one. Oh, of course now. I'm not going to like the garbage truck being here, so you're going to get the dogs barking too. Did I shake you up there? Cute. Yeah, you're cute too. Oh, look, I got a bonus label. That is the one cool thing about the many messages die. When you try to cut out one, sometimes you just like that and you get a second one for free there. You stay over there. I don't need your help right now. So, it's all right. Put some dimensionals on the back of our oval. If I get enough on here, it's going to hold that twine in place. I will add a couple little drops of glue under there to hold it, but get them all? I think I did. I don't really want to mess with the twine too much because I like how it landed. Is that weird? Oh, see? Yeah, I know. I know. I know. Uh-huh. Ooh, and see, I got a little drip there. Okay. That's enough before I make a mess of it. We'll add our grapes. Oh my goodness, look at that. I moved the twine all over after that. After trying to keep it in place. Uh-huh. more under it than outside of it. Cool beans. And I think I will put dimensionals on the back of this just to make it all nice and even. And we'll have ourselves a card. And hopefully the dog's laying nice. Yay! So there's another old set. Tuscan Vineyards. Using your inks as watercolor. I like it. Happy. All right, you guys. Thank you for stopping by and making a card with me again. Remember, go get out some of your old stamp sets and make a card and send it to somebody and make them smile because everybody likes getting a little bit of mail. And I'll see you again next week. Bye.